far up my ass that even I'll be spitting it out, and it'd still be better than an apple.
Wow, Angry Kitwolf is angry.
No,
Right.
she's trying to start the stream out with
Dime, I got it right that time.
You did, but yeah,
You're proud of me. I got it right for once.
Oh, there's Mike.
I don't have a problem with apples.
Hey, Mike, nice hair. So,
I know, right?
we should be live. For the viewers watching who are wondering what the hell, why does the stream look a little different? Well, my camera's malfunctioning, so you're not going to see me. And I had all the screen regions set up, and then Mike joined the call late and murdered all the screen regions. So now you will get to see the stream put together while we're live. That's fine. I'm joined tonight. I'm Diebot. I'm joined by Yellow Ranger.
Hi.
Lone Samurai.
Aye.
Nico Kitwolf.
Hello.
Mike Matrix.
Yo!
And my Pink Bunny. I went dyslexic. I almost said Make Matrix.
Mink Matrix.
Good job.
You are so
That's
brilliant.
pretty fantastic, actually.
It is. All right, guys. So we'll start off by talking about. There's probably going to be some anger here, so let's go ahead and talk about the Apple Watch and the quote smartwatch revolution. This is going to be a rough show.
It's only a revolution because Apple have just bought theirs out. They're not new. I had a smartwatch when I was 8 years old from Casio.
I've seen a lot of people try to brandish new when it's been something that's been done a while ago, so I'm not even fucking surprised.
Well, I will say, I'm not a fan of Apple by any stretch, but they are masters of taking tech that people have already created and making everybody that's not very well informed technologically think that it's something new and wonderful and amazing.
Well, of course.
What just happened to the Skype call?
Yeah, I was just wondering that. I was trying to think if it was my internet or...
Fuck?
What the?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just hit me,
Quality
too.
went down.
It hit me first, I think, because I was like, what's going on? So I was checking all this and nothing was downloading.
There we go.
And then it was like...
Bunny's back to normal, but no, it started with Nico and and then Dime got it. I don't know about Mike and Ranger.
It's the Skype
It's like
plague.
herpes.
It's Skype herpes. All right, it's settled back down now. So.
Skype herpes.
I
don't have any form of
Microsoft.
herpes,
That's
for
the
the
reason
record.
why. Maybe
There you go.
Tumblr
Also,
literally just said fuck you. Maybe.
It's because we're talking about Apple products on a Microsoft product.
Anyways,
yeah.
so let's go around the room and kind of talk about why did that screen region just fuck up again? Let's
Wait, did
Because
my
you're
camera just disappear again?
yes.
Like,
Oh, Mike.
Okay, seriously, I think my camera is glitching out or something because like it keeps resetting itself.
We'll deal with it. So let's go around the room and let's go around this screen and kind of talk about the what everybody thinks about the iWatch or the Apple Watch or whatever the hell they're going to call it, pricing and features and all that. So hop to, guys. Who wants to go first?
I don't give a fuck. I'm already done.
Good job, Neko. Well said.
Nico tells it like it is.
Okay, Mike.
Nothing really new. Samsung has their own Android-based smartwatches essentially.
Okay.
So I don't know. Like if you want one and you feel like it's like I know somebody who actually has one and he enjoys his, not the Apple one, but like an Android-based one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like if you want one, fine, enjoy yours. I'm not gonna get one because I
Have fun
don't
paying
like
extra
watches.
$1,000 for it.
Actually,
So
yeah.
I meant to say that.
I want to talk about the price once everybody kind of weighs in on just the concept. Bunny?
Okay.
It's a watch. Why do I want it to be smart? It's just supposed to be tell the time?
Overruled the world.
Despite the fact that Bunny clearly has not done any research on the Apple Watch, I
have. I do. I know what the Apple Watch is.
I do actually agree with that, though, Bunny. But go on.
I just don't see the point. Like, you've got a smartphone. Like, that tells the time anyway. Like, I don't see the point of watches more anyway, because obviously you've got a smartphone. So, I don't see the point in watches. I've never worn a watch in my life, so I've always had a smartphone or a clock.
So young.
Watch every day still, so...
I did wear a watch until the battery ran out and then it fucked up. But personally, right. Okay, there are two things to this. One, I do like wearing a watch. I'm old enough
What
that
a
wearing...
nerd.
I actually used to have a pocket watch as well, and if I had another one, I'd be well chuffed.
Oh
But
my god, you're old-fashioned nerd. Get out of here.
I'm the oldest in this room, probably watching the stream. Even I'm older than dying, remember? But yeah,
Yep.
yeah, by about 6 months.
Yeah, but not enough to make a difference, exactly.
Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. But no, seriously, I actually have a couple of watches. I don't have them now; they're all broken. I need to replace them. I have my nice watch for when I'm wearing a suit. I have my average watch, which is quite nice and everything. I do want a Pebble Time, the new Pebble smartwatch. But as Bunny said, yes, you have a smartphone. Yeah, I've got a smartphone. The watch is a companion for the phone. And no, before Dime weighs in, I'm not extolling the joys of having a smartwatch. It is purely a toy, nothing more. But my point is that for the price of the basic Apple Watch, I could have 5 Pebble Times. And the Pebble Time will do more.
That is true. Ranger. Apple Watch.
There is no mic on the stream, no, because his camera has just given up.
I was actually, a friend and I were at work, a coworker and I then, I guess. We're at work and she was so excited about the iPhone 6. Don't worry about it. She was so excited about the iPhone 6. Just keep that as fact. And so we were watching the like Apple release thing that they do.
Super Apple hype, yeah.
Yeah. And they were going through all this stuff and they were like, oh, we're going to have this other thing we're going to announce too. And she's like, well, I kind of want to see what that is too. And it was the watch, right? And I was like, what? At first when they announced it, I was like, what? And then they were going through some of the features of it, and it made it sound kind of cool to have. But I don't know. I don't like to wear jewelry anyway, like anything. Like I don't necklaces, or I don't like to wear.
Is that a personal thing, or is that also kind of because of some of your work?
That's a work thing because I have to wear gloves all day, and it really sucks to like wash your hands, and I would just get water all in it and over it all the time. So, I don't tend to wear that kind of stuff, and not that I would be able to use it at work anyway, because there's no reception and no Wi-Fi anywhere on government property, ever. But some of the functions of it seem pretty cool. Paying $1,000 for it, absolutely fucking not.
Yes,
Yeah,
Rangers.
that
Rangers
seems
and
like
Assassin.
really fucking overpriced.
Yeah, that was my big thing, was the price. Now, I can understand it when we're talking about the one that's, what is it? Gold?
$10,000.
The
Like
solid,
$10,000.
the solid gold.
Solid 18 karat gold version is $10,000.
Oh my god, the Apple Bling, the eye Bling.
Kidding me?
The eye bling. Thank you,
Right,
Ranger.
okay. Now, because the only reason I know this is because I've still got it on my screen from when I was pissing off Dime about it yesterday. Now, right, there are basically three models of this. There is the sports watch version, which comes with a tatty rubberized. It's slightly smaller, comes
Which
with a
will rip
rubberized,
after the first month.
Rubberized strap. Starts at $349. Slightly smaller, like I said. Blah blah blah. Then you've got the $500 to $1,000 version, which comes with, it's slightly bigger, comes with an actual strap, which you could change out for anything else, probably steel, etc. Steel magnetized version with the aluminium thing and everything. Yeah.
Aluminum?
And yeah.
Just don't.
Go ahead, Lone.
But yeah, no. Then you've got the stupidly priced one. There'll probably be $1 million version that's gold like diamond encrusted. There's always one when it comes to Apple products.
And whenever you
there
say
was
anything negative about
the-
Apple products, it gives you a bleach enema.
Yeah, well, there'll probably be $1.5 million version that's made that has a diamond inside it that's made from the ashes of Steve Jobs.
Probably.
Now, they did...
Sounds beautiful.
Credit to
actually, I would
Apple
get
at
that.
least. Credit to Apple at least. Unlike some smartphone makers, let alone the watch makers, you can at least change the battery in the damn thing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Yeah.
really? Oh
Okay,
my god.
to be
Okay,
fair-
Heal's life.
Right.
Okay, so
Hold on a
so
second. No,
I think 500 is actually almost reasonable.
And
Like-
also, Lone, where did the
That's what I was gonna say.
What currency is that figure in? Because what we got over here
dollars.
is... Okay, let me double check that, because what we got was $349 US, which is in
Right,
line...
340. Like I say, 349 is for the sports watch, the slightly smaller one. Then you've got $500 to $1,000, depending on how you build the main version. And then you've got the $10,000 for the limited edition gold, 18 karat gold version.
Buy a ring.
500's too much. 500 is too much.
I think like in comparison, like it being an Apple product, you're gonna pay for the name, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
I haven't
this will
actually
make
looked at the what exactly the specs of it are. But like,
Specs aren't bad. Considering it's a watch, the specs are not that bad.
Let me pull that for you, Mike.
yeah,
And
that's why I'm saying I don't think it's super unreasonable. Like it's a little overpriced, but
So
That's
guys,
Apple.
Everything
That's
Apple
the
is overpriced. It
here you
doesn't
go,
matter.
guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give this to the chat as well. But here's a comparison of the Apple Watch to the Samsung Gear S, the Moto 360, and also the LG Watch R. So
Well, no. Right. Okay. Scarlett just asked me something in the background, which is kind of relevant as well. What I'm getting is not a smartwatch. I'm getting a Fitbit Flex, which is a health, like, it actually like monitors your health statistics and stuff like that. Slightly different. No, it's not a watch in any way. Although they do, Fitbit do actually do a smartwatch as well, which actually it's basically a tiny little LCD screen time.
actually,
built into it.
the Fitbit also does the Charge HR, which is a full-size watch face.
Yes. Yeah, they do that one as well. I'm only getting the Fitbit Flex for free because I've got a Lumia 735, which it comes with free.
So, but let's just kind of talk about that because fitness is supposed to be a big deal with the new iWatch. While you guys look over those specs,
What type of resolution is Retina display?
I was just wondering.
the Retina display is just an Apple name for their screens because basically,
Oh.
Mike, you can probably back me up on this one. The Samsung, for example, the Samsung Galaxy Tab screens look better than the Retina displays.
They do.
they do.
But
yeah.
it's still not explained to me what resolution it's in.
It depends on what piece of hardware that screen is attached to, Nico. It's different
Yep.
for the iPhone, the iPod, and the iPad, as well as anything else. The Retina is, correct me if I'm wrong, but Retina is more a way of how the actual system displays the image, not necessarily a resolution gimmick.
Yeah, it's not a resolution gimmick. It's actually how you see it. It's the way it also picks up pixels and shit like that. It's an Apple gimmick that no one else can use because they also patented it. So it's actually quite meaningless.
I'm showing the gold Apple Watch video right now, guys. But so let's talk about the Apple Watch specs here. So we don't know the battery, the storage, or the memory quite yet.
Well, now in the presentation, he said it will be all day. Then he clarified it afterwards to the press to 18 hours. Which, as far as I recall, even with President Bush changing American time zones, is not a full day.
No.
In the context of how long an average person's probably going to be up and about, yeah, it is. But point taken.
Well,
Now,
but if
whereas-
but half the things that it has, like so from what I was seeing in the spec or like the kind of features that it has, forget about specs completely, but the features that it claims to have, like it seems like it would be a really good tool for camping, to me. Like if you're gonna go like trail walking or that kind of stuff,
Apple
because it's
users
got.
don't know how to camp, Ranger. They
Well,
wouldn't
I know
know
how to camp,
Well,
and I'm
hold
an
on,
Apple
hold
user.
on. I want to hear what she says.
So, like, I feel like it would be useful for that kind of thing. So, if you were going to go out for, like, 3 days and, like, just do trail walking and whatever the heck you wanted to do, then you'd be fucked after the first 18 hours. That's, like, not cool.
Yeah, exactly.
But then maybe they would develop a special thing that you would have to pay $75 extra for that would hold extra charge batteries, not to mention the $50 batteries inside.
Or you could spend $20 and buy a Lumsing off of Amazon.
They should hire me for
Or
their
you could
sales
just turn it
department.
off.
They would make so much more money.
So
That's
let's
the
There
thing,
no
Nico.
else
You
with
also
this
can't turn it
watch.
off.
No, I know.
But it's digital. Why can't you turn off digital thing? Oh, okay.
The thing about it that's scary is that you know all those things have tracking. If you can't turn it off, they're always going to know where you are.
yeah.
That kind of stuff scares me.
It'd be fine for me. I don't leave the
I
house.
We know, Ranger.
I swear, I'm gonna make you and send you a tin hat, Ranger. It'll be all right.
Although, actually,
I'll wear
guys,
it every Dimecast.
Actually,
It'd be
guys,
fine for me.
when I'm looking at the connectivity on this thing,
It doesn't have anything.
it's not listing a GPS.
I mean,
not?
you can do approximation with Wi-Fi,
Yeah, or
Maybe with Bluetooth, but that's.
But then again, it's
Mike,
connected to your iPhone, so
is. And-
obviously it's going to be tracking you that way.
And even if it didn't
Yeah.
have GPS, hey Dwarf, it would probably do what they used to do with cell phones, which is triangulation based on towers.
Yeah.
But it is water resistant. Yay! Congratulations, everybody can make things water resistant. They made a really big deal out of fitness with this. And the thing is, like, Apple, you're jumping into a weird marketplace because everybody's already got Fitbits with that. As far as features, I mean, yeah, it can do Apple Pay. It can control your iPhone. It can control an Apple TV.
Oh, don't even
It
start
has-
me on Apple
It
Pay.
admittedly has NFC, so you can actually use payment systems with it by like putting your wrist up to it.
Although
But
I'm
again,
not so sure about that because they
No,
have
that's
just,
actually one of the things they mentioned on it.
let me finish. They just have been talking here in the U.S. recently about some massive holes in Apple and Google's NFC pay systems.
Oh yeah. No, you don't want to use an NFC.
It's
The problem is
too easy to get into it.
Yeah.
Let's
You
put
don't wanna
that into
use it.
perspective. You know what else uses NFC? My 3DS when I put an amiibo on it. How secure do you think that is?
I don't know how many amiibos have you lost.
it's not so much that, but the inherent problematic that you can scan and interact with your phone if it like listens to NFC from like 2 to 3 meters away.
You're fucked. I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Yeah.
But actually, Mike, correct, does that kind of NFC interaction, is it gated away from the phone, or is it just an open point if you can get the access?
The thing like you have to do essentially a directed connection. Like you
So,
can't
like,
do
A lot of
touch to touch.
people. The reason it's a really bad idea is that a lot of people are really dumb about their phones. They're like really excited to have the new phone and they'll do all the stuff and they'll do all this kinds of stuff, but they have no concept of security on your phone. A lot of people don't lock their phone. A lot of people don't have the phone ask before it joins a Wi-Fi network.
Well, and one of the things I'll also
Some
say,
Wi-Fi
and,
networks are not Wi-Fi networks, people. They're other people trying to hack your phone.
yeah, and one thing I will also say, and this is not just Apple users, but I've noticed it whenever I've been in a cell phone store or listened to people, like as I've walked through the electronics section at my local Target or Best Buy.
Oh God, don't do that.
But listening to the cell phone people there talk to the guests about new phones and stuff, they just trust that because like Apple or HTC or somebody says, "Oh, yeah, it's secure." They just trust that it's always secure. They don't put any thought into it at all.
Sorry, what do they call their customers?
Sheep.
Dumbasses.
Sorry, did you say guests?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
Wow.
That's how stuff works around here,
that's
man.
how stuff works over here.
So I just want you guys to know that the one way to actually protect yourself from all of this hacking and shit, use a flip phone like me.
Nobody wants any part of your shit when you have a flip phone.
There you go.
Easier way, Nico.
What?
Very.
No.
Nico,
Mike just said no.
Nico, Mike is hacking your flip phone right now.
He's like,
no.
I
It's
take that
actually
as
a
a
thing,
challenge.
by the way. I'm just gonna say that's actually a thing.
Hacking flip phones.
It has been done so many fucking times. Oh God, Lone.
Hey, I bet he's.
What kind of brick is that?
That's the 6610i. I loved that phone so much. It was
So-
my first smartphone.
So let's look at one last thing with the Apple Watch, and
like that too.
let's put aside the Apple Watch prejudice and let's just talk about smartwatches in general for a second. Has anybody seen anything yet from a smartwatch that makes you think, "Oh, I need that in my life instead of my cell phone"?
No,
I will
I
say,
don't even look
if
busy
it had
enough to like
GPS, so I
for
could
it.
go camping.
One at a time. All right, Nick.
Like one at a time.
Yeah, Ranger with the GPS for camping. So you're going to need better battery life and a built-in antenna without a phone for that.
And
Mike,
it's gonna have to be not water resistant, but water fucking proof. It's a different thing.
it is. Mike,
I think like from what I've seen, and as I said, I actually have a friend of mine who uses a smartwatch in addition to his Android phone. He likes Samsung quite a lot, and he enjoys his quite a bit. Like he charges his every day, and like the advantage I can see is just like you don't have to pull out your phone to do a few things that you would normally otherwise would do. Personally, I probably wouldn't buy it. I think it's an interesting thing as like an addition to your phone, not so much as a standalone thing. It's like a gadget for me. It's an interesting gadget that I probably won't get.
Okay.
Oh, the first time I see somebody do this and try to have a phone call with their watch, I'm gonna laugh.
Wait, what?
No, they mostly do Bluetooth stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna do this.
I don't know.
Bunny?
I don't leave the house. I hardly ever look at my smartphone. I have a computer. I'm fine. I don't need a watch.
Easy enough. Lone?
I don't leave the house.
Right. As far as I'm concerned, it's an addition to my smartphone, which means I don't need to get it out of my pocket. And as I found out this week trying to buy new jeans, apparently they only come in Justin Bieber sizes now, so I'll never be able to get my smartphone out of my jeans until I take them off. So
Don't
actually
wear
having,
sweatpants like me.
because unlike Justin Bieber, I actually have some muscle on me, and I actually can like put stuff in my pocket. No, yeah, I want a smartwatch. No, I won't get Apple. I'm interested in the new Pebble because the Pebble is actually moving forward. It looks fantastic. But no, it's an addition to my smartphone. It's a watch on my pocket. It's just useful.
Okay. For me, not really. I can't really see a use for it. I'm fine with my smartphone. I already have a watch that I love. Also, considering that it was a Christmas gift, I'll probably be murdered if I stop wearing it. But the one thing in the future I think that would make me maybe want to use a smartwatch is if it was decoupled from the phone. And I say that because I remember seeing, and Mike, I think I shared it with you, or you may have been the one that shared it with me. I can't remember. It's been a few months. The virtual projected keyboard down your wrist.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I like that.
That would be something that I could see, because my big problem with the smartwatch right now is, and I apologize my camera's not on, but if you guys know me, my big fat Dimebot hands are not going to be good at manipulating a tiny little smartwatch, so I would want something like that. That
I
would
would
be...
carry a stylus.
I mean, okay, so let me throw
Sorry to
something in,
interrupt.
in here because as I said, I know somebody who uses that a smartwatch, and the interesting thing is like it's cool to have like touch capabilities, but a lot of the stuff is actually kind of used over like voice commands, because like voice interaction is becoming more and more popular.
Oh.
Slowly but surely.
Wait, actually, speaking of, Amy.
Did you need something, Commander?
Demonstration.
Welcome to the Digmcast. Go fuck yourself. I am Amy and I have taken over this bitch. Bow before me, humans.
Can I type?
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, is it? Oh, I can't.
It is going to the stream. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
They should get a kick out of that. All right. Well, yeah, Mike, I could see it with the voice commands because we use voice commands a lot. At least 3 of us in here use it all the time on a daily basis.
I control my Xbox One through voice commands quite a lot.
I control Elite through voice commands, and I play a lot of Elite. And Mike, I know you're probably using it for random stuff.
No, I'm actually not using it that much other than Elite.
Well, I haven't seen you in Elite in a while, so. But
I have no friends,
That you've
so
used
I don't have it.
Nico
I
wants
used it
to
for
get.
my Xbox.
We're
Yeah,
your
Rangers
friends,
did
Nico.
Nico
Yay!
wants to get a
Friend
voice
Kit
attack
Wolf.
profile, voice attack voice, and turn it into her friend.
Yes.
But yeah, I think
You're
like
hello, Frank.
voice interaction is actually quite interesting, and like it's useful. And the thing about having like your phone in your pocket is you have to pull it out to use voice interaction. Now, if you don't have to pull it out, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
So the voice interaction with your coupled watch actually makes a lot of sense in my opinion.
Especially with voice recognition getting better, and I will say that like Amy listens a lot. Hush, Amy. Amy listens a lot better.
Turn off
You
for right
said
now.
it. No, you said Amy real nice and clear and crisp on purpose, so she would.
Yeah.
do
No,
that.
I didn't.
How dare you humiliate
didn't.
Amy?
But she actually listens and responds to commands more accurately than the OK Google Now on the phones.
I've never tried that.
I think the problem with that is the quality of the microphone.
Absolutely.
Like,
But
and
also,
that's gonna get better over time as well. So
also, Mike, I think part of what also affects that is the fact of that I know that Google now supposedly learns, and I know that Windows the speech recognition also learns, but the processing power that Windows in the background can throw at monitoring and listening and analyzing voice commands as opposed to what your phone can do.
that's partially true. It's not quite true because the way Google does it, I know iPhone with Siri does it a little bit different, but the way Google does it is there's a small recognition engine in your phone, but it actually sends a lot of the patterns that it calculates to the server to analyze there, and then sends the results back instead of analyzing on your phone because your phone doesn't have enough.
About this, the more Ranger is going to explode from paranoia.
Even less reason to trust it, but that probably also explains why Siri, when on Shelby's old phone, never actually responded when I told her to fuck off and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Siri itself does actually sort of a similar thing, but it doesn't try to recognize on your own phone. It tries to recognize on the servers only.
Zaust says it's just a novelty that he'd never use, nor does he have any need for it. I think that's going to be a lot of people's opinion until somebody conclusively shows a killer app for it, and that's going to be a while.
Well, no, you know what's going to happen? The people that want it are going to clearly have too much excess cash, and they're going to buy the fucking gold one, and there's going to be a super elitist bullshit thing, and then all the elitist bullshit people are going to have one.
So it's going to be
and
just
Apple will make their money.
It'll be just like the original iPhone.
Exactly.
Hey,
Which
I
by the way, isn't really a standpoint anymore. It's like, oh yeah, if you have like a powerful Samsung, now that's a standpoint.
The iPhone is literally surviving on name alone. The iPhone is literally in my opinion, one of the worst pieces of tech cell phone wise on the market.
Yep.
Can I just say that I had an iPhone 4S for like a year and a half? As soon as I had enough money to buy an Android phone, I did, and then upgraded again a couple months later because I absolutely hate.
Oh, you dropped that phone
products.
so fast. You were so angry.
Yeah.
Now, funny you
let's
should say that. Can we get the opinion of someone who wants to go back to Apple?
Only if this is the last thing before we move to another topic.
I think it should be. I think Scarlett should weigh in on this one because she wants to go back. I talked her into moving to Windows Phone because it's we only use Windows in the house. And she wants to go back to iPhone.
I heard Windows phones weren't that good though.
They're not.
Oh, they're awesome. I love mine.
Okay.
So, what, you gotta charge it in the garage?
Scarlett,
My-
I feel for you.
My Apple phone was my first ever smartphone. Before that, I just had £10 throwaway phones from like Asda, and I loved it. It was dead easy to use, only one button. There was only so much I could fuck it up, which was perfect for me because I'm not that great with technology. And then I've moved to a Windows phone, which does nothing I want it to. Whenever I try and go online, I'm sick of seeing the refresh screen on the Windows phone. It just generally just does everything it can to fuck me off. So I'm going back to iPhone because there's only one button and I know how to use it. And for people like me
And
that
Galaxy
aren't...
isn't that bad either.
Well, I've had a go in a few, and to be honest, as someone that's not very technical advanced, but I still want to be able to like play decent games and use apps and all the rest of it, the iPhone just really helps with me with that because it's so simple, the UI. So that's my 2 cents anyway. I think for people that are great with technology, an iPhone is kind of like bottom of the list, but for me, it's just balls.
Fair
It's
enough.
just too complicated.
I gotta pinch in here and say like I think I agree mostly with her.
Yeah.
Like the idea of the iPhone was always to be simple enough.
I can agree with that.
And the thing with Android is like it's super bloody flexible.
It is.
Like you can do so much with that.
But
I can't cope with that.
But that's the thing, though, Mike, is that Scarlett is dead set on going back to the iPhone because it's supposedly so simple.
But no, that's
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it's like Android's power is in its flexibility, so it can be either super simple or it can be the most obnoxious, complicated shit ever.
Yeah, totally agree.
And it's really dependent on who is the manufacturer. I think one of the more simpler but still flexible models is really just the straight out Google model, because it doesn't have any crap outside of the main system.
No TouchWiz, no bloatware. All right,
Yep.
we're gonna wrap this topic, and I do want to comment on what
I didn't think we were going to
Alien-
stick to this so long.
I didn't either. I'm going to just read what Alienated Dwarf said, because I think this is also a valid point, and you guys could pitch in, you can tweet it at us, or PM me on Twitch with it if you've got additional comments. But he said, the issue I've got with it is I work with my hands, it gets scratched and beaten up, and how rugged it is debatable. A normal analog watch doesn't break. Even the glass face gets scratched, it's still 100% usable. That is a fair point, because we don't know how tough the thing is going to be yet. I imagine, all credit to Apple, they do beautiful work on their actual high-end hardware. The steel case one's probably going to be pretty damn tough. Let's jump to Steam. I don't really want to say this is the Steam OS section. This is Steam Universe, because that is what they're calling it. So let's just run down the line for people that may have missed the news out of GDC and the last few Valve announcements. We're getting Steam Universe, which is an overarching label they're giving to their products, which is the Steam controller, which we've now seen in what should presumably be its final form. Cue Nico anime joke.
This isn't even my final thought.
Thank you.
Thanks, Neko.
The Steam machines are actually showing up on Steam now with price points and specs. The Steam Link, which is for people that want to stream their games to their computer to their TV from their PC. It's a box you put by your TV, plug in, streams the games at high res, high frame rate, supposedly low latency. And also the Steam VR, which is actually the HTC Vive, which we've talked about on Sanitarium a few times. It's being made by HTC hardware-wise in cooperation with Valve. And it's got some really interesting things going on with it. So the point that's in here that's really interesting is the Raspberry Pi kind of thing that Lone threw in here.
Pie.
Yo, you can't.
It's almost Pi Day, you guys. Get ready.
It is almost Friday.
Sorry, Mike. What? You can't run SteamOS on it. Actually, you can. I saw it.
I didn't say that.
Okay, sorry. I just preempted what you were saying.
No, don't
I
try to
just-
preempt. Don't try to preempt Mike, because I've tried and you never know.
I
where
wasn't
he's going.
assuming. I was preempting.
I was
because
actually saying
he was doing
you can't live. I wanted to say you can't live without a good Raspberry Pi.
Oh God, yeah.
I was gonna
I
say, one at a time,
so
children,
want the
but
new
yes,
Raspberry
Mike.
Pi.
So what do you guys think about all the stuff that they've showed off about Steam
Streaming
Universe?
device. Ooh.
Everything has a streaming device nowadays.
Shut
Well,
up, Ranger. I
Ranger-
was getting excited.
Well, to be clear, because we had some confusion about this a while ago when we were talking about streaming Xbox games to the PC, we don't mean like Twitch streaming, video streaming. We mean sending your game from your PC to your TV for you to play it on the TV.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
You
There's a
sound
cord for that.
disappointed.
There's a cord for that. I understand.
Well, yeah, you missed
Yeah,
the
but
last time cast, Mike,
But-
where Ranger got massively confused between the
Well,
two.
Ranger, yeah, there's technically a cord because you could plug your computer into your TV via HDMI, but somebody like me, who the TV is 30 feet away, and if I wanted to play something like Broforce or something, to steal an example from Lone,
Really long HDMI cord.
He has a baby.
But actually,
I
that
can
wouldn't
put it
work,
on
to be
plug-in.
fair.
Exactly, over 5 feet, and it loses signal.
yeah, so I was,
Oh,
Yep.
bullshit.
yeah, well,
Get a better
it's,
cord.
no,
Somebody
that's,
invent that.
no, that's a straight up limitation of the way HDMI
Yep.
sends data. You cannot do it over a certain length, or the data drop off is
I think
exponential.
USB is like efficiently maximum of 6 meters or
It-
7 meters.
Yeah. So the reason that they're doing that, Ranger, is because setups like mine, where my computer is in a completely different room, and it's utterly impractical to have it in the same space as the TV.
So it's going to send it wirelessly, and they're not anticipating any problem with latency?
That's,
I've actually to hit on that point. I actually played Civ 5 on my laptop.
That's turn-based.
That's-
Play StarCraft.
No. Okay, so first of all, it was over Wi-Fi, which was nice. because I could just sit somewhere else. The quality was okay, so that's cool, and it wasn't really laggy. So like you didn't really feel the latency that
Right,
much.
play StarCraft.
So
Well,
You played a turn-based game.
Now-
Play StarCraft.
now,
You'll
Ranger-
see that.
that's not the idea of it. That's not the idea of it.
and also Ranger, we're not. Honestly, I'm not terribly worried about the latency. Like, there's the possibility for issues with interference from things in the walls, distance, other interfering signals, but there's not
What
a
do you
lot
have
of
in your walls?
metal metal things like that.
Even then, like we're talking about maybe let's say with most of the issues you maybe run into 10 milliseconds interference,
And
like
NVIDIA
latency.
NVIDIA has been doing this for years now, and
Yeah,
the technology's well figured out. It's just
it's
interesting.
nothing new. It's just Steam does it so you can use the entire Steam library on a secondary device without
Is
having
this-
to walk over.
Is this implemented yet, or how long do we have to wait for this?
All of it's coming
Oh,
in November.
you can already
It's
use
already
it.
out now.
Well, yeah, not the Steam
Like,
Link,
if
but
you
the
have two
functionality.
PCs.
Yeah,
If
no,
you have
yeah.
two PCs and
The
you have
Steam Link
Steam on
box.
both.
The Steam Link box isn't out yet, but the functionality is already here. It's been tested for what, a year or so
My-
now.
So I could play something on
At
Steam
least
on my
half a
TV without using a cord. Period.
Yeah,
Yes.
I do it all the time. My house is my network in the house is set up for it. It's not that hard to do without the Steam Link.
Do I have to have it? Oh, you have to have a Steam Link in.
No, it's not that hard to do without the Steam Link.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Does my TV has to be smart?
You're using a Raspberry Pi.
I just
I could
just,
bake a Raspberry Pi if you think it'll help.
So here's the
just-
current lineup of Steam machines that I want to talk about. First out
I
of
just-
the gate is the. Go ahead, Bunny.
Gabe Newell's.
I was just gonna say
Steam
that
machine.
I actually don't have a TV that is flat. I have a big chunky TV which is like this, maybe even bigger. So it won't work for mine.
No, you're screwed.
I'm screwed.
So if you guys notice, there's some interesting names in here.
already see Alienware.
Alienware, Falcon, Alternate.
Well,
which,
Alienware is going to be at the top because they're the major partner with Steam on this.
Lone. Alienware is going to be at the top because the list is in alphabetical order.
Lol.
No, yeah, no, there is that obviously, but they are actually from
It's
the
totally
very
alphabetical too.
from
I
the
just
very
hear Skull
beginning
breaking
on
down.
this. From the very beginning on this, they were also a partner in this. They jumped on the bandwagon straight away.
I don't think that's a particular thing in this list.
It's not.
Right.
Like, I understand what you're saying, but the list really is in alphabetical order.
I also just looking at the prices are going $5,000. Okay.
Who's... Oh, that's the
What?
Origin. That's the Origin one.
No, there is another one as well. Falcon goes up to 4,000 as
Yeah.
5,000.
Yeah, $2,000 to $5,000 for the
That's-
Falcon Northwest
Yeah.
TP Steam machine.
That's not surprising because Falcon and Origin make hideously overpriced computers.
Fucking freeway slime Steam machine. The fuck?
I don't know if I'd pay $400 for this at the moment.
Right.
I
Okay.
could buy a
essentially-
computer
Just
for
to,
it.
just to bring them up again.
Okay.
This is for people who are gonna buy an Apple smartwatch. The smart ones like us will just build a Raspberry Pi.
Yep.
I see...
I'm gonna go for
build their
Raspberry Pi.
I...
Or build their own simple computer that they can
Yeah.
put underneath.
I disagree
That's-
a little bit. What this is for people like my buddy Jamie, who I had to physically
Oh,
go
no.
over to his house and remap the controls on his Thrustmaster joystick so he would play Elite. This is for people that want to play computer games but can't be bothered to figure out the desktop hardware.
Or too stupid. It's like me, but I slightly bother to learn.
Wow, Nico.
But you're not half bad, Echo, though. Like you're not,
Yeah.
not that bad.
Or
at it.
and
You're
Ranger,
underselling yourself here.
you are. Or Ranger, I am going to use you as an example here, but for a reason, because we've talked about this a lot in the past. This also is for people like Ranger is sometimes. Ranger wants, she said to me several times, I want to play PC games, but sometimes I want to do it without fiddling with the options menu for 30 minutes before I
Oh
can
my
run
god!
the damn
if
game.
people would make games that would just work, that'd be fantastic.
But see, Ranger, to me, that's part of what the Steam machine is for. It's for people that want Steam's library of games, but they have that attitude that you have sometimes, like,
Right.
I just want to click play and play the goddamn game.
Yes.
Right, okay, there is a very simple line for
Please.
this, and it's already been said many times. This is console functionality for PC gamers.
Exactly.
Which is good. It's a good market to go for.
Right, but it's like $100 more expensive than both of the.
You're
The
talking
giant
about a
console.
high-end machine essentially that is designed for gaming.
Yeah.
There'll be cheaper
That is what that
ones
thing
made
is.
for
If you want cheaper, then you
Steam.
build yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was just saying I'd rather just buy a video card. Apparently, I need a new one.
For that price ranger, you could have Dime come down, buy all the parts, and he could build it for you and have the change left over to buy him a drink for doing it.
Probably.
Will you
But,
bring Shelby with you?
yes.
Yes.
But
Now it's time to harp on Dime Day.
But yeah, Ranger, it is when changing the settings on new games starts shutting off Windows Aero, it is time for a GPU upgrade.
I will do it, okay? God, fuck you.
Is that a hint to the fact that Elite Dangerous has done that to me twice now since I first installed
Oh,
it?
Elite hasn't done that to me.
That's just
No,
Elite being
it's-
wonky.
It's a known issue. I looked it up. Although apparently I am one of the first people with an AMD graphics card that has done it too. But
Oh,
NVIDIA
embarrassing.
graphics card, it's been happening quite a lot apparently.
Never had it. Anyways, I think that it's a good thing that there's already a ton of diversity here in these various machines. There's going to be something for pretty much anybody that wants one, from the person that just wants a relatively, note the use of the word relatively cheap one, to somebody that wants to go balls to the wall for no reason and not buy a decent computer and spend $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty
come
much.
on, like $500 isn't too expensive for a computer, right?
How much was the PS3 when it originally came out?
Expensive?
Probably.
£500,
500, I
about
think.
$750.
It was $400. It was cheaper than the Xbox by $100. It was $400.
Yep.
No. Right,
Yeah.
okay. Let me clarify that because it was not cheaper than the Xbox One.
It was not.
It was not.
Not the
They
PS4.
dro-
It was.
they dropped-
Not the
No,
PS4.
Right, okay, right. Let's just finalize this very quickly. It was not cheaper than the Xbox One. The Xbox One came with Kinect. The iToy was supposed to come
Hold on.
with
Obligatory
PlayStation,
Connect.
Hold on.
but
We're
maybe
not,
$10
We're
more.
not technicalitying this. We're not technicality.
It's not important.
we're not talking about the
The
Xbox
idea,
One either.
the idea is, it is not expensive for a computer that is
Sorry,
designed
had
for
some
gaming.
rage there.
The price comparison I was talking about is when the PlayStation 3 originally launched in the US, it was $499 to $599, which is
Oh, the
utterly in line with the Steam machines.
I think it's not unreasonable at all.
I didn't say 4, I said 3. Moving on.
He said 3.
I heard.
I'm pretty
four.
sure
I
he
heard
said
four.
3.
Creeper thinks it's 700 apparently.
I bought my
Creeper.
PS3 for
Well,
$700.
I think Creeper was still.
It was not
the
700.
high end. No, yes, it was the high end memory.
Oh, the high end one? Oh yeah, I forgot there was.
Oh,
a
the-
different-
Okay, let's
Let's
look at
move on
this
that.
list. It's the same thing. There's more high-end versions of it.
The Digital Eclipse.
Hey.
The Digital Eclipse is $699 now. The really expensive ones we'll just kind of leave it out. But it's nice that there's a lot of diversity here. It's going to serve
Exactly.
the console well. The last thing I want to talk about on this is the Steam VR, because this is interesting because Valve, they had to have had this in the works for quite a while, and basically they've gone ahead and one-upped the hell out of Sony and Oculus right here. Because the Rift is still basically a dev kit. The Morpheus isn't coming out. For those that aren't aware, Morpheus is Sony's VR headset. It's not coming out till 2016. Valve just was like, hey, we made this with ATC. It's called the Vive or Steam VR. It exists. It's going to be available in partnership for devs in spring 2015. We're going to bring it out to everybody in November of 2015. It's going to do 360-degree room scale VR. And it also has some fairly impressive features that match up very well in terms of resolution and viewing field with the Oculus and the Morpheus. So it's really interesting that they've just been like, hey, VR, and it works.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Now, whether
Also,
or not
they
it
have
actually
apparently
works...
a nice API for it. That's like completely separate.
Yes.
Called
the-
OpenVR API.
Yes, and also comes with dual base stations, which is all they're saying you need to enable a tracking system. Now, put that in perspective, when they've tested Morpheus or shown off Morpheus with the full 360-degree room scale VR, it's needed multiple wall-mounted tracking cameras and all kinds of other shenanigans.
That seems a little. So Valve just came out with like something randomly out of nowhere, and they're like, "Oh, but it works better because you don't have to have all these wall-mounted things."
It was basically, hey, we've been doing this because Valve, and it works better because Valve.
They
That sounds like somebody leaked some technology.
Also,
back in the day.
Valve.
They pulled a Microsoft, just as Microsoft did with the HoloLens. No one saw it coming. It was being developed right under everybody's noses, and they just went, hey, we've got this. Boom. There you go. It works. And everybody's like, holy shit, this works.
Hey, Mike, I just noticed that on this page for Steam Universe, there's there's the Steam Controller tab, the Steam Link tab, the Steam Machines tab, Steam VR, Games, and Everything Steam. That's 6 tabs, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed?
Half-Life 3 always confirmed, dude.
There's
You
so
don't
many different
understand.
ways. There's so many different ways.
Don't
that you could
understand.
make Number 3.
Shiba's age is about like
just-
9. 9 divided by 3 times 3 is 9. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
There we go. But
We have 6 hosts in this call, so 6 divided by 2 is Half-Life 2 confirmed.
and actually, as you said that, I looked at the viewers list and divided it by the bit rate. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Oh my god.
Do we only have a few listeners, a few viewers then?
No.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Well, mine's not loading. My
6
Twitch is
divided
just
by-
broken.
Oh my god, it's fine.
Anyways.
We were just talking about PS3.
Anyway, yeah.
Let's talk about PS3.
Half-Life 3 confirmed. Alright. Alright, guys. Anyways, I think to me, because the Steam controller, we've talked about the Steam controller to death, and the general consensus from everybody has pretty much been all along, it's an interesting idea, but we already have Xbox controllers that work with our PCs.
Yes and no.
Well,
I think it's a good alternative. Again, diversity is good.
It is. I'm still
Right,
a little
okay.
up in the air about the dual trackpads, but I want to know what you guys really think about VR, because they're really going to be pushing this, and I
It's
just
gonna make
don't know.
me sick, so I can't do it.
Okay.
So
Lone
whatever.
wears glasses. It's probably going to mess with Lone.
I wear glasses too, just never wear them.
Oh, wait. Before we talk about this, guys, so host vote. Lone's getting ready to go to EGX. And he got an invitation from a developer to wear an Oculus Rift.
There's
and
no vote about this.
Shut up.
Shut up.
He got an invitation to wear an Oculus Rift and experience a game where he gets to climb into a fake coffin and experience what it would be like to wake up in an actual coffin with the Oculus Rift. And he's not going to do it. Who thinks he should do it? Me, Bunny, Ranger,
I already emailed them back and said I'm
Can
not
I
doing
do it?
Scarlet,
No.
Nico.
I'm scared. I mean, he'll get scared. I don't
Right.
know.
Right. Okay. I will find the email. I will link it to you, and I will get the video up so Dime can actually put the video on the stream for people to find it, because this is fucking ridiculous.
Creeper
wanna
says you
try.
should do it. Okay. Anyways,
Dwarf said you should do it.
let's go around the hosts. Dwarf says you should do it. Let's go around the hosts and start with Ranger. Thoughts on actual VR that we can all have in our homes this fall, as opposed to like Morpheus and Oculus.
I was kind of more looking forward to augmented reality stuff.
Like we saw with the HoloLens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, VR, cool.
What kind
I really liked that thing where you can stand in it and move around too.
It looks like you're. Never mind.
what kind of games would you want to play on it if you used it? I'm going for flight sims personally.
Of
Sure.
course you would. I would go for anything that is open world immersive type game.
Okay.
So like a Skyrim or even like a Dying Light. Except I have no idea
Yes.
how that would simulate the jumping and, and on a VR.
That's motion sickness bait right there.
Well, I don't get
Yep.
motion sick, so
All right, Bunny.
I don't know if I'd use a VR because of like my conditions. Like I struggle looking at a computer. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'd have fun looking through a VR in 2 screens. So I don't know. If it didn't make me ill, I probably would use it for stuff like flying, because that could seem fun.
Okay.
She plays Minecraft like a nerd.
Nico.
That could be fun too.
Nico, what do you think?
I can't do it. I get sick.
Okay. So
That's fair.
Nico's no go. That's fair. Mike.
I'm torn about
Arma
this
3.
because no, I actually don't think I would play Arma 3 with this.
Oh.
For a couple of reasons. the thing about it is like, yes, it's more immersive than what I currently have, which is the tracker. But the problem is the fidelity that I'm getting out of it. And like, it needs a powerful computer to run it, and it needs to halve the resolution that it actually displays it in to work properly. So I'm like, I'm not sure about this. Like, I would love to try to just experience how it feels like, how it like.
So
I'm trying to put this in words. It's like the experience is what I'm interested in. If the fidelity would be higher, I would probably use it.
So you're more interested in a comparison I read recently was that Morpheus is kind of like looking through, or Oculus is kind of like looking through a window, where Morpheus is, you could definitely tell you're looking at a screen. And people are saying they kind of like the Oculus better because of that. The VR uses a pair of 1200 by 1080 displays at 90 hertz refresh.
I'm really interested in what the specs of the HTC Vive is.
That's the Steam VR, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested in.
I'm looking at. I'm going to find
like
you a list.
I'm actually looking through it right now.
And
it's interesting. I think, depending on the price, I would probably get one just to experience it. Oh, 1200 by 1080.
I think they're around the €300 mark, something like that.
I think that's reasonable. I think I would probably get one just to experience it. Probably won't play much Armor with it just from the fidelity, because you have to realize like really tiny pixel changes and stuff like that, and you probably can't do that with the VR. But like the experience is probably really good just to be like in this first person actual 3D environment. So that's kind of cool.
All right. Lone.
But
go ahead, Mike. Sorry. Or is that?
But yeah, I kind of want to summarize it as like, I think I would play games that I get more experience out of it, like just the immersion of it is what I'm going for.
All right, fair enough. Lone.
Now I've used an Oculus. Now obviously me and Dime are old enough that we remember the first round of Lawnmower Man VR. Do you remember it, Dime?
God, yes.
But how great was it back then?
It wasn't. It was awful.
It was awful, but we were young and stupid, and it was great.
No, it wasn't. It was awful.
Okay, this sounds less and less like a VR experience. But I remember those VRs where you had to go, and it's like you're like.
Yeah, no, that's what we're talking about, Ranger.
Okay,
20 years ago when they first tried. But no, in 2013 at Eurogamer, I played 3 games. One was Surgeon Simulator, which were.
Why would you do that?
Because I had a press pass and I kind of had to. The second one was it was actually a first-person shooter, but not only was I using the Oculus, I was also in what's it called? I think it was called the Neo something or other. Yeah, the walking thing, where you actually have full 360 controlling. You move yourself, and then you see where you're moving. And that was actually kind of fun. There was another game that actually made me physically sick. I can't remember what it was, but I've used the Oculus. I hope to, whatever deity is out there listening, that I never have to use one again. If I see one, and this is why I've already said no to doing that coffin simulator. I've got no problem with small spaces. I like small spaces. I quite like the vampire idea. But if I have to do it, I'm not even going to EGX on Thursday. I would never put an Oculus Rift on again. None of them work. There is only one similar one of those that I'm interested in. That's the Microsoft HoloLens. Augmented reality, not virtual reality.
Oh, like Ranger was saying.
Interesting.
Vote number 2!
Yeah.
Digital high five.
Digital high
five. To be
five.
fair, augmented reality is a really interesting concept.
It's gonna be a thing.
I wanna see what in the future is coming out with like the augmented reality idea of augmenting your actual environment to create games or working environments. It's a really interesting idea. Hope something cool comes out of it.
All right.
Sorry. Cat
For
came
me,
in.
it's fine, buddy. For me, I could kind of take it or leave it. I've never put hands on one, so I really actually want to just use one, but I don't necessarily have to rush out and buy one. So we'll see. Now then, I guess we have time for one last little topic, and I guess it could be a short one. Hello, Kitty. Hi, Bali.
Oh, can we talk about the microtransactions in Day 1 DLC?
No, we're going to talk about the new 3DS.
Okay.
I think, Mike, are you and I the only ones that have one?
Right, can I just say,
I
shall I
have
pass
the
over
new-
to Scarlett, because the half I just heard next to me.
I'm not jealous.
You're not jealous at all, are you?
Yeah.
She's gonna kill you in your sleep.
Ranger, we will keep White Knight as well, because I do want to talk about it on the next show. And
It's
hopefully,
so cool.
hopefully by then, both of us will have more time to play it, because I am getting it tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna record more of it tonight.
But I'm
but
gonna
it's
watch.
not
I'm gonna watch your playthrough first. I just want to experience playing it myself. So let's talk about the new 3DS impressions. Mike, I've got one. You've got one.
Yes, I have
don't
one.
have one.
I bought myself a new 3DS as well as the new Pokemon. I
You
haven't
have-
had really much time to play it because I've been addicted with League of Legends lately.
You have the normal size
Yep.
one, right?
No, I have the XL.
You have the XL. Okay.
If you're not using it, Mike, send it to Scarlett. She'll have it.
No. She
Anyways.
can have my old 3DS,
He's got
normal sized one.
Anyways, Mike, the big thing I wanted to ask you is because you and I both have done the same thing with the old 3DS, which is that I would turn the 3D on to see what it looked like with a new game, and then I would promptly turn it off, and only turn it back on for cutscenes.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I find that on the new 3DS, I leave it on constantly.
I tend to switch because the only thing that is essentially the same thing as with the Oculus is the fidelity just degrades a little bit, and I like my fidelity. Like the big problem is, especially with Pokemon, I noticed this is if I turn my if I turn 3D on, you have the aliasing of the two different images sort of overlap each other, and you see this little grainy effect.
And the
I
frame
don't
rate goes
like
to hell.
And the frame rate goes to hell,
Now, to
which
put
is a thing.
Now, I went back and tested some of my older library of games. Super Mario 3D Land and Star Fox 64 and Zelda 64. And they look amazing in 3D. Fire
What
Emblem...
about normal DS games?
Yes, no,
Normal
no,
DS games
don't,
work
don't,
fine?
don't,
No.
Don't-
The point I was going to make there is they look amazing. I think it really is, some of it at least, is an optimization or programming issue, because I noticed the same thing with Pokemon. I can't play the new Pokemons in 3D because they look like shit. But Super Mario World, Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, they look great. There is a little bit of noticeable drop-offs and blur, maybe some textures go to hell around the edges, but it's a lot less noticeable and a lot better done.
Yeah, I agree. Like, and especially like what blew my mind is the actual head tracking is super fucking smooth. Holy shit!
The head tracking. So for those that don't know, the new 3DS has a thing called Super Stable 3D. It has you can turn it on and off. It has a little program where it's basically the front camera is tracking your head, and when you move out of the sweet spot for 3D viewing, it adjusts and lets you stay in the 3D, and it does it really fast. You have to work to break it.
First of all,
I would
you
love
have
to
to
see you
move
doing
fast.
this to break it.
I did.
I actually did, and it's
Video that
it
next time.
Really, you really have to work to break the effect and get it to stutter and not adjust
And
smoothly.
It
does it really fucking well. Like it has a big viewing angle for it as well, which is what surprised me actually.
The thing that got me, Mike, when I actually knew that the 3D was actually going to be much better on the system was Majora's Mask 3D and Ocarina of Time 3D utilize a similar mechanic. When you're aiming your bow, the game wants you could do it with the joystick, but the game really wants you to move the system around to aim. On the old 3DS, it didn't work worth a damn because as soon as you moved, you lost the 3D and couldn't see what the hell you were shooting at. On the new 3DS, it's awesome.
I can imagine. I'm really impressed.
Doing that is not watch 3D at all.
The system works really well. The faster loading times are noticeable. The screen is gorgeous. The 3D tracking works absolutely supremely, in my opinion. I like the cartridge on the front end personally because I usually accidentally touch the cartridge sometimes.
The nub is amazing for things like Smash Brothers.
To be fair, I haven't used the nub yet because I don't really have a game that utilizes it. So.
Grab the Codename Steam or Project Steam, whichever one it is. Codename Steam demo. It uses it heavily.
Okay, I'll do that after the show or sometime next week.
But the other thing that I was impressed with is because we have an old one in the house still. We had them both on, and we did stuff like loading web pages and accessing different parts of the Nintendo eShop and accessing videos offline. And they weren't lying. I mean, it's not a huge improvement, but the new 3DS is actually noticeably quicker online.
I mean, it makes sense. It's more powerful than the old system.
The only thing that pissed me off about it, and you already know what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be the transferring data help that is 3DS to new 3DS XL.
It took
I went through as well.
It took 13 hours for me, but the thing is, I don't even mind that they finally switched to micro SD cards. Why the fuck is it inside the system case?
That always confused me. You have to take the whole system of Pi. It seems like just to get to it.
Doesn't that void the
I
warranty,
don't
or is that
care.
just some bigger console?
No, because you can change. Because with the new 3DS, you can change the covers on them now, so it doesn't void.
Yeah.
Well, and actually, Ranger, Nintendo of America put out a PSA about the right way and the wrong way to take the back of the new 3DS off to change the memory card. And the right way was somebody with the proper screwdriver. The wrong way was a Nintendo of America employee with 3DS on a table using a full-scale replica of the Falchion sword from Fire Emblem Awakening to try and unscrew the screw.
Okay.
That's how I would do it. I mean, who the fuck?
Seems like
what?
totally
That
reasonable
sounds
way
like
to do.
strong
Like
way.
you.
Hey, if the
Are
tip
you sure
fits
it's simple?
in, do it.
The only thing that would have made it better,
Exactly.
the only thing that would have made it better is if it was because Reggie, their self-referential of the "My Body Is Ready" Reggie meme. So it would have been great if that was there. Anyways, so final thoughts. I love my new 3DS.
Final thoughts. None of us have one except for you and Mike.
Mike,
I'm looking at getting one for my birthday.
I want
if
to
I can
touch it.
afford
Oh wait, I have it over here. Let me touch it. Oh, it's good.
Oh
all
my
right,
god!
Well,
Ew.
creepy Dimecast is creepy. All right, guys, we will be back on the 24th. Now, I want to remind everybody that Scarlet Dragon. Actually, Scarlet, come here.
Scarlet?
Scarlet is listening. She hears you when you're sleeping. She knows when you're
Whoa!
awake.
What?
Hi, Scarlet.
Hi, Scarlet. Scarlet.
I didn't realize I was muted. Hello.
Scarlet.
Yes.
Would you like to promote your new stream?
Well, you've kind of just missed it for a week, but I've been playing scary games and scaring the shit out of myself for entertainment. It's called Scarlet Gets Scared, and it's going to be on Tuesdays 9 till Dimecast. GMT. Because I can't be asked working out the bloody time difference.
9 till Dimecast.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's bi-weekly, right? It's only on the same week as the Dimecast. Or are you doing it weekly?
I was going to do it weekly, actually, because I'm going to be playing games through to either completion or rage quit. So that's quite a lot of content to cover. So I'm starting with Alien Isolation. I've done about 2 hours, and I've gotten to meet the alien, so I'm doing better than I did on the 24-hour stream.
It's quite good. I enjoyed it today. So, guys, yeah, you can check it out on the Sanitarium.fm channel on Twitch. It's going to be every Tuesday, and 9 till Dimecast is actually...
Or 9 till midnight.
Yeah, 9 till midnight, GMT.
Yes.
And Nico also streams to the Sanitarium now. She's doing Guild Wars and random games. You can catch my streams as well. Mike might stream again one day if we can drag him away from LOL.
I actually streamed some League of Legends the other day, so...
He did on his channel. I watched.
It didn't notify me. That's weird.
We do have a...
It's not weird. Twitch is shit.
Twitch is not behaving.
What's
it's not
that
notificating you of
bitch?
everything. It might have turned your notifications off. Check that.
I will. So, but yeah, guys, thanks for joining us. We will be back for the Dimecast on the 24th, and special surprise notification tomorrow afternoon. Keep an eye on my Twitter at Dimebot because I don't know when yet. But tomorrow afternoon, I am going to be playing some Elite 1.2 and doing wings and all manner of stuff. Hopefully with Scarlet Dragon and Lone Samurai and possibly Mike Matrix.
I'll try and get
I don't
Geraint
know
up and
about that.
working.
Mike,
I don't know about
I
that.
played the Wings 1.2 beta. It's pretty sick.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
Diamond.
no,
Like,
I
I'm,
need to
I'm
give it a
really
shot.
obsessed with League of Legends. Like,
You-
what are you gonna do to?
He's like, sorry,
to...
I have a problem.
The only thing I'm gonna ask you to do is please play a decent game. And with that, who wants to take us out tonight?
Fuck you! Holy shit!
Mike is so scrubbed here that even Sheba looks disappointed.
Oh God, Shiva, why?
Whoa!
The disappoint.
Get on my level! Holy shit!
Oh no.
What do you mean? I play Smite, which means I'm better than you in every way.
Look
Oh,
at Sheba.
God.
Sheba is saying, "Get on my level right now."
Oh God, Shiva, why?
I have no idea.
Shiva
Alright.
is best troll.
Sheba is ultimate troll. Sheba, take us out.
You have been watching the Dimecast with your host Dimebot, who is useless. Scarlet Dash Lone, which Lone's useless, but Scarlet isn't. Rangel's useful. She helped me do stuff today.
Yay!
Mike plays League. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Bunny,
What the fuck?
who also helped me fight with world bosses, and me, Nika Kitwolf, who is scrubbed tier but better than Mike Matrix.
Holy shit! Bye,
Hate,
everybody.
hate. What the hell? So much hate.
The next show Dimebot already said. At least he's useful for that. Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Whoa.
Goodbye, everyone.
Oh, hey.
So much hate. So much troll.
Range, at least we